Hey guys, it's Crystal aka Queen BRZ back with another video for you. So today is a very exciting day because it's the first day that I'm going to be doing something to this 2017 STI, and today I'm going to be installing RaceComp Engineering's Super Street-1 coilovers. Alright guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to introduce a longtime friend of mine, Matt. This is actually his STI, but we've been friends for so long and he lets me drive it, and we actually have done work together on it. So without further ado, let's get started. Matt has a few details to share on the Super Street-1 coilovers. Take it away, Matt.
Alright, so right now the car actually has RaceComp Engineering Tarmac Zero coilovers. They're actually a friend of mine's coilovers. He let me use them for about 6 months, but he just got done building his car, so now he wants the coilovers back. Obviously, once Crystal did her coilovers on her BRZ, I loved the way they felt, and I wanted them also on this car, so I figured once she got those, I thought it was just like the natural progression to go with something that's made by RaceComp Engineering. Similar setup. It's whereas the Tarmac Zeros are a set it forget it, these ones you get to adjust the rebounding, so that's a big plus to me. So I figured might as well get that comfort and all the occasional track days that this coilover provides versus having the stock struts. So I was thinking about getting the Öhlins, but they're a $2,200 coilover, so it's a really expensive coilover. It gives you a lot of adjustments. They're a perfect coilover for track, daily driving, what have you. But because of the price, I was kind of swayed against it. But once I was able to ride in Crystal's BRZ, I felt the adjustability and the comfort it provided. I thought it suited my needs a little bit more. Plus that extra money, I mean, these are I think $1,400. Don't quote me, it might be less or more.
Something around there.
They're that price range versus the Öhlins, that's an extra $1,000. So what I'm probably going to be doing is using that money to go stage 2 on the car. Whereas if I were to just get the Öhlins, I'd be stuck with just the Öhlins. I still have to pay the extra $1,000 for the downpipe, the intake, or the cob axis support. But with this money I saved, now I get the option to do both. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Actually can't wait to test these out. Crystal's gonna be the judge because she drives this car a little bit more than me, so we'll go from there. Cool. First we're gonna be doing is installing the rear coilover. We've already jacked up the car already, so from there we're just gonna go through the process. I'm just gonna be guiding Crystal, or not guiding, but I'm probably gonna be recording Crystal do it just because you guys wanna see her and not me, but there you go.
Just so you guys have a clear visual, I'm just going to show you the bolts that you're going to be removing from the lower control arm. We have the 19mm bolt, 17mm bolt, and then the 14mm bolt that I'll be removing. It's a little hard to get the camera angle and me removing it at the same time, but you know which ones we need to remove and what size they are. So let's get started. Okay, so just a quick comparison. As you can see, the RaceComp Engineering coilover doesn't come with a top hat, so we are going to have to remove the stock top hat and use that one for this coilover. Other than that, the coloring is different, and of course RaceComp Engineering quality is always amazing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this top hat off so we can get this new coilover in. Okay, so in order to take the top hat off, we're going to use a 14mm pass-through wrench and an Allen key. Okay, so now that we have the stock top hat removed, it's time to put it onto our new coilover. Just like that, perfect fit. So this is the part that requires a little bit of strength. We have to go ahead and push it down and tighten this bolt right in there. So let's see if I can do it by myself. And we're gonna use Matt here to help me out a little bit because it's a little difficult to do it with just myself. So because in order to secure the top hat, we have to have a really small Allen key, it's not going to work with our pass-through wrench, so we have to go ahead and use a strap wrench. So what we have to do is tie it around really tight so that it keeps the strap from spinning, and then we can go ahead and tighten it down from there. Okay, so we got it off camera, but we were able to get the bolt tightened down with a pass-through wrench and a strap wrench. Alright guys, so the next step is I'm going to go ahead and have Matt help me push the coilover up through the bottom here so that I can tighten it through the top right in here. So this is kind of a two-man job. It's doable by yourself though, but he's gonna be helping me out with that today. Okay guys, so now that everything is put into place, we have the lower control arm all put into place, if you can see it. Nope, can't really see it, but we have everything put into place, so all we need to do now is put all the bolts back in, get everything tightened down, and then we're done with the rear. We're pretty much doing the same thing in the front, but we're just gonna go ahead and get through that really fast, and we'll give you a little update once it's done.
24 hours later.
Hey guys, so this is day 2 of the install. Yesterday it ran a little late and we lost light, so I just figured let's just do it tomorrow morning. So now we're back. Now we're going to be starting on the front, and the front fortunately is a lot easier than the back, so we're just going to whip through this really fast today. I'm going to give you a quick run through of the bolts that we're going to be removing today. So first we're going to want to remove these two 19mm bolts right here. This brake line bolt back here, this ABS clip right here, and then the 3 top bolts for the strut. Now to remove the top 3 bolts. Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick comparison. Yesterday we were able to finish the front right coilover install, and I wanted to compare it to the old one. If you'll notice here, the bolts are a lot longer on the old one than they are on the new Race Comp Engineering ones, which in my opinion wasn't amazing, just because now I can't use my strut bar because of course we don't have enough threads to do that. So I think that's my one complaint, but other than that, I mean, I love them. So once again, these are the Tarmac Zero bolts. You'll notice how long it's sticking out, and obviously we'll be able to fit a strut bar in there with the bolts. And these are the Race Comp Engineering Super Street-1 bolts, and of course you can see that they're a lot smaller, and I would not be able to fit anything else onto the threading. It's so tiny. So that is something to keep in mind. Obviously, if you want to use your strut bar, you probably won't be able to, of course, unless you get longer bolts. That is just something that I thought maybe Race Comp Engineering would think about, or maybe they have their own reasoning behind things, but for you guys, that's just something to keep in mind. So now that we've undone the 3 bolts on the top, it's time to remove the 2 bolts here from the knuckle, and then we'll be able to take out the coilover. Here's a quick comparison of the Tarmac Zero coilovers and the Race Comp Engineering Super Street-1 coilovers. Again, you can notice a difference in the length of the bolts. So since these are both made by KW and they're very similar design, we're going to go ahead and try to adjust the ride height while they are out of the car to hopefully save us some time. Okay, so now I'm just adjusting the ride height. It's the same thing that we would be doing in the car, but I wanted to show you guys what exactly it's going to be looking like. So I went ahead and measured this coil over here, and it reads about 2.5 inches, and what I want to do is try to match that with the Super Street-1. So it's kind of a long process. They give you a tool that you can go ahead and use. I feel like it's easier without the tool, just because you have to keep matching up like the tool with the little divots that are in here. We're almost there though. I've been working on it already. Awesome, so that's perfect, and now we can go ahead and get them into the car. Okay, so now that the ride height is adjusted to where we want it, we're going to go ahead and put it back into the car, put all the bolts back in, tighten everything down, torque it down, and then we'll be all good to go. So obviously it's kind of hard with just one person, so I'm going to use my cameraman, Matt, here to go ahead and help me out a little bit. Okay, so now that all 3 bolts are done and put into place up top, it's time to put in these 2 bolts here, the brake line bolts, and then the ABS clip is going to go ahead and clip into there, and then we'll be all good to go. Okay, so now it's time to torque everything down. I went ahead and set the torque wrench to 129 foot-pounds, and yes, so let's get it all torqued. And we're all good there. we're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the bottom bolts, and then we're good there. Alright guys, so now everything is tightened down and torqued down. So what we're gonna do is get the wheel back on this bad boy, and then I'll give you a rundown of what everything looks like, and we'll see if we need to adjust the ride height if necessary, but just stay tuned for that. Alright guys, so I went ahead and pulled the car into the light for you. I took a look at the ride height and it's really ridiculous right now. It's like a little circus in the car. I have like a 3-finger wheel gap in the front, a 1.5 in the back, and it's just all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead and make those adjustments. But first I wanted to go ahead and adjust the coilovers to probably the softest setting for right now. So I'm going to use, of course, our little key tool here. And it's gonna go right in the middle, like so. And then it tells you what direction is soft and what direction is hard. So obviously the plus sign going clockwise is gonna be hard, and then the soft side going counterclockwise is going to be soft. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep turning it until it stops, and then I'm gonna go one up from the softest. So it's all the way to soft, but I want to go just one more up so it's not all the way soft. So I'm going to go one click up right there. So that one's good. Now we're going to go to the other side. Now we're good. Go one click up. And we are all set. So now the next thing to do, since we did take off the camber bolts, we do have to align the car and of course adjust the ride height. So those are some things that probably gonna go ahead and do off camera, but just so that you guys know when you're at home, you can go ahead and do that. Okay, so really fast, we're gonna go ahead and adjust the softness to the rear. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm basically going to do the same thing to the back that I did to the front and turn the key counterclockwise in order to get it to the softest setting, but then one up from the softest. Now that we've adjusted the rebound, we're going to go ahead and do a quick ride along to see how it feels. Alright guys, so I'm out on a test drive really fast, and already I can tell such a dramatic difference, especially driving this STI. I already know how the coilovers feel just because of my BRZ, but I also know how this car drives, and it just makes a dramatic difference. I went over a little speed bump. It takes bumps really nicely. It's very smooth, and it's very plush, which is great. And honestly, I can't even tell that they're coilovers. They're just so smooth. They take the bumps really nicely, and just right away I noticed a big difference in the way that it handles the road and driving. Once again, I really want to put a lot of emphasis on how you are able to adjust the rebound on these coilovers, which is so great, especially for taking it out to the track. I know I can speak from experience with my BRZ, it really makes such a big difference. So right now I'm getting a really smooth and great drive that I can really enjoy, but also when I take it out to the track and I go ahead and adjust that rebound, I can go ahead and make it into that track performance car that I do want for the track. One more thing that I want to mention is that the coilovers that I had on before didn't have that adjustability on them, so I'm just kind of stuck with whatever they gave me. This makes such a big difference, and that's honestly, I think, what's going to sell this product. I don't think you can ask for anything better than that. For the price point, you're getting a European style coilover, and they're very comparable to the Öhlins. And of course, Matt, this is his car. He's gonna be saving that extra $1,000, and he's gonna go ahead and get his car to stage 2. So that's a really big deal, honestly, in my book. I know all of us want to save money, and that goes a long way for me as well, and Matt, of course, because now he has extra money to spend on something else that he's been wanting to do. So again, these coilovers you can't go wrong with. So over the years of making coilovers, Race Comp Engineering took all of their knowledge and experience from that and made the Super Street-1 coilovers, which truly is the all-in-one coilover. It's great for racing, your spirit driving, daily driving, all in one. I can't stress enough how high of a quality and durability that these coilovers have, for the price point especially. That's one of the biggest things too. So I definitely recommend them 100%. Of course I'm going to be doing a little bit more driving after I get my alignment done, so I will go ahead and let you guys know how I feel about the coilovers on the STI in a little bit more depth. So yeah. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have for today. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, leave a comment down below, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for what I have next coming with all of my cars. So until next time, Queen BRZ out.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast.